Truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ, or Iglesianicristo.
And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who is tuned in today to INCRadio, San Francisco, California, where today we are actually in the local congregation of San Francisco. Where today we're celebrating the locals' anniversary. And so for our broadcast today, we have an amazing set of panelists. But first, I'll go ahead and introduce, if my co-host could go ahead and introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Sister Danielle, and I'm so excited to be here so that way we could talk about the very wonderful and blessed locale of San Francisco. And I don't think you introduced yourself tonight.
Oh, yeah. My name is Sister Sophia from the local congregation of Burlingame, but excited to be here in San Francisco.
And then here next to me is our beautiful sister.
Thank you very much, sister. I'm Sister Gloria Ann. I'm here for local of San Francisco, and I am a secretary and a deaconess.
I'm Brother Godofredo Arban, and I'm a head deacon in this local.
My name is Brother Neil. I am also in San Francisco locale. I am a scan officer here in the locale, as well as a multimedia for our district.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much to our amazing panelists for joining us today. And of course, we also are joined by some very, very special guests. If our Kuya text could go ahead and show some of the guests that we have today, we have our live audience who is joining us here in the local congregation of San Francisco. Can we go ahead and say hello to our live audience?
Hello,
everyone.
live audience.
Awesome. And of course, if you are here in our live audience, go ahead and make sure you are commenting, leaving your greetings in the live chat. And if you are at home watching and going and messaging in the live chat, go ahead and share with us what has been your favorite memory here in San Francisco. Maybe it could be a memory within the locale, a memory in the city, but go ahead and share with us what your favorite memory in San Francisco has been. But first off, how about we go ahead and hear that same answer from some of our panelists who are here today? What has been your favorite memory here in the locale of San Francisco?
There's a lot of events here in San Francisco, and I would say all of them are very memorable. It's a brethren that makes it very memorable. But I would say it would be my wedding day. That was very memorable only because it's a beautiful chapel and it's very historic too. So it's definitely my top one.
Oh, that's a great answer, sister.
Very memorable to me in this local is I was baptized, and this is my first local. And since then, I never left this local. So I witnessed a lot of things happening here, and the success of the local through God's help.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Do you have a favorite memory here in the locale po?
Oh, I have many memories in here in locale San Francisco, but I would have to say my most memorable would be my first Holy Supper attending here in San Francisco locale. It was a week after I had been baptized, and then Holy Supper was happening. And to prepare for that, that was the first time I actually bought myself a blazer and a tie. So very special occasion for me, and it was a blessing to have a Holy Supper in San Francisco locale.
Wow.
These are all really nice memories. Thank you so much for sharing, po. And if anyone there in the live chat would like to share any of their favorite moments, please go ahead and send that in so we could read them and share them with all the brethren that are tuning in and for the brethren that are here also in the live audience.
Yeah, and it's really nice to see, the locale of San Francisco. It has so much history, especially for us here in our district of Bay Area, California. And, even in the experiences that our brethren were able to have here. And you mentioned, brother, you had your baptism here, which actually is still taking place today. We had
Mhm.
a district baptism here in the local congregation. So we'd also like to take this moment to thank our to congratulate our newly baptized brethren who are now here in our district. Congrats, Spot. Danielle, do you have a favorite memory as well that you had in San Francisco?
The one that comes to mind, a few years ago, we had a district Kadiwa activity here. I cannot remember the name, but I remember it was here in this function hall. I know it was kind of catering towards love and relationships and friendships as well. And it was, I think that was not my first Kadiwa activity, but definitely one of my first district ones that really comes to mind. And I think it was maybe one of my first times in San Francisco Chapel. And I remember seeing the chapel and I was like, this is such a beautiful place. So I was very excited to be here and to partake in that activity.
Awesome.
What
Really
about
good
you?
answer. Hearing all of these, I'm just thinking, wow, there's so many things that have happened in San Francisco. It's kind of hard to choose just one.
Mhm.
I wish I could remember, but actually, my child's offering took place in San Francisco too when I was a baby. So
It would be
it
it would
was
be really impressive if you remember that.
I know, right? I wish I could remember that. But even hearing stories, because, San Francisco Locale was the local congregation my parents were baptized in and the chapel that they were also married in. So
Aw.
even growing up, San Francisco always had that historical significance within my family too.
Mhm.
And I think it's just beautiful that that's something that so many brethren here in Bay Area, California can really relate to. But, for those who maybe have never been to this city, maybe don't really know what to expect about what San Francisco is like as a city, how would you all kind of describe it? Do you guys all live in San Francisco too? Any favorite destinations or places you like to go to as well? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but my experience is always just work, home, and church.
That's very honest.
I don't have anything particular, like very specific, but I would say I'm very blessed to be living in San Francisco. I just recently moved by Union Square, but I usually been in the cusp of San Francisco and Daly City. But I would say it's the food.
Ooh.
I don't have a specific place, but all the food here, we're very blessed to have very delicious food, very diverse, and like there's still plenty of other cuisine that I haven't really tried. So yeah, I'm definitely a foodie.
Good answer. How about for you, Cleoniel? How would you describe the city of San Francisco?
Um, very diverse, I would say, compared to where I came from originally before moving to San Francisco for school. For me, it was a culture shock, you could say. Just meeting uh, a lot of people of different backgrounds and such. Um, it was true, like what I heard about San Francisco being diverse and very kind as well, helping others find their way around when they were asking questions, especially when I was going to school in downtown. So yes, very, very nice.
And it's something that I think a lot of us know. If you all were to describe the weather in San Francisco, how would you describe it?
I would say again, we're very blessed to have doesn't the weather doesn't change as much for a person that travels like often. I do appreciate the weather here a lot by far. Comparing, like, I used to live in Daly City majority of my life, but when I moved to San Francisco, having a 65 or 75 degree weather is just amazing. And sometimes when you go to different places and when folks ask you, oh, how's the weather over there? And I'll be like, oh, it's just beautiful. Like, all you need to do is like a light jacket because you never know. Sometimes it can be windy. But majority of the time, is the sun is always up. Like I said, we don't have to worry about having like snow or anything, but truly blessed, I would say.
The best in the world, the weather.
Totally, yeah. Right. And, the fog is something we're all pretty used to. But I think those in the Bay Area, those in San Francisco, you have that special way of dressing, which is always wear your layers,
Yeah.
right?
Never know until-
Yeah. You never know. It might be cold in the morning, warm in the afternoon, right? Yeah. How about when it comes to activities you enjoy doing with your family in San Francisco? Do you have favorite places you enjoy to go? Maybe when it comes to bringing the kids around as well, do you have maybe favorite parks and places that you enjoy going in San Francisco? Yeah.
I'll go first. So going to various places in San Francisco, it used to be I enjoyed taking my family to Japantown. That was a place I would go to all the time because it was one of the places that I've always wanted to go to ever since I've heard about it in San Francisco. But now we like to go to the mall, Stonestown Mall. Um, I don't know. It's just busy. It's popping. There's a lot of stores there, and they have a couple new additions to the place. Even though it's changed over the years, it's still one of those hot spots that I like to take my kids to. Let them
Japantown is really
walk
fun.
around.
Yeah.
Probably Golden Gate Park. Because sometimes we have activity there, the church activity, picnic, something like that.
Golden Gate Park is really beautiful.
Yeah.
I love going there. What about you, sister?
Spots, I would say, my husband and I love to hike, and we go to the Fort Miley, so by VA. Yeah, the
Okay.
Veterans Affairs. So we like that spot, and like brother, I truly agree about the parks.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that too. There's so much nature that's really accessible here in San Francisco. And like we kind of mentioned, a lot of fun things to do with your families. And kind of going back into the locale, could you all also share with us how long have you been here in the locale of San Francisco? I know we have like a range of timelines of how long you've been here, but
Yeah, I would say for me, when I got married, so automatically, because it was during pandemic still 2022, so we're automatically zoned to San Francisco. And I would say, like I said, I'm very blessed to be in this locale, part of this locale. The brethren are very welcoming, very caring and loving. And all of us in different locales, I believe it as well. But like coming from Daly City to San Francisco, it's just been truly an amazing experience having the brethren around and the officers.
So that was around 4 years.
So 25, so three years
years?
now.
wow,
Yeah, correct.
awesome. Cool.
It's a long week, guys.
Um, I guess you could say I've been in San Francisco. I'm gonna say for almost 5 years, and then another 3 years, and then now less than a year. So there are times where I've been in San Francisco, and then I left, and then I came back, and then I left, and then I come back, and then now I have my whole family here in San Francisco. So kind of showing, especially my kids, like this is where I used to go in San Francisco and stuff. So it's varied, but every time I just keep coming back.
So you keep coming back. Sounds like you left your heart in San Francisco. Okay,
I'd,
Neil.
I'd say I probably did.
How about for you, brother?
I've been here 37 years. I was baptized 1988.
That's awesome, Paul. Wow. And it's amazing hearing that, San Francisco has become a home, even though it's a range of years, range of experience that you've all been here. Could you share with us too, how has this locale really influenced either your family or your faith when it comes to looking back in those, maybe 3 years, maybe 37 years? What would you say this locale has kind of meant to you over that time?
My kids, they grew up here, but they have their own local now. And they 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 do not miss to visit San Francisco when they have a chance. So recalling their young years. So that's,
Um, I'm trying to remember what's the question, sister.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. No worries. I kind of made it pretty long.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
But when you look back through those years that you have been here in the locale, how has the locale influenced you and your life?
I would say a lot because coming from, like I said, coming from Daly City, my parents always been there, especially my mom, directing us, guiding us. So by the time that moved in San Francisco, I gotta be a big girl wearing my big girl pants, and at the same time, like my faith, I have very strong faith, like regardless of my parents not being around or like constantly checking up on me, I gotta take the initiative. So San Francisco made me grow up a little bit, especially in the faith. So I need to hold on to it. But yeah, in the faith, it made me even more stronger. So I love being here in San Francisco.
Awesome. How about for you, Danielle? Especially, I know that you have two young ones. How has this locale influenced your family as well?
I would say that it has strengthened us, especially after moving here most recently and such. Prior to that, coming back a second time to San Francisco, my faith was tested, I'd say, it's one of those times when you're going through a test, right? Then moving over here to San Francisco again, I saw it as it was God answering my prayer, right? Um, it's rare that I kind of like tell this story, so I kind of felt it is appropriate that like what San Francisco did for me was after God answered my prayer and helping me what to do because I wasn't sure what I was doing in my life at that time, and then brought me back to San Francisco, and then from there I decided God has strengthened my faith. I'm still a member of the Church of Christ, and then I told myself that I would do whatever it takes to, you know, to um, to praise Him and such. So, um, and in doing that, I met my wife, and we had a family together. So.
Awesome. And, thank you so much to all our panelists for sharing. And it's really nice to reflect and see what a unique experience it is. And we actually have one of our ministers joining us as well, who is going to give a few greetings for our local congregation on the anniversary. Brother, could you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Good evening, brethren, and all of our viewers around the world, actually here in the District of Bay Area, California. First and foremost, actually, just firstly, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Brother Felomor Flauta, or you can just call me Kafel, and I'm one of the ministers who is helping here in the local congregation of San Francisco. I would like to greet our district minister, Brother Jojo Bayani, and also our assistant district minister, Brother Raybal Del Rosario, and also Kajay Potasio, the resident minister of the local congregation of San Francisco.
Brother Felmar, how are you feeling now knowing that the local of San Francisco is celebrating their 57th anniversary?
Well, first of all, when I arrived here, I didn't know what to expect here in the state of California, but when I saw the activeness of the brethren and realized that this is the pioneering congregation in the mainland of the United States, it was very humbling to put everything together and understand the brethren here are really rooted in the faith. And it's so inspiring to myself after the assignments, my other local assignments, and to see the brethren here in San Francisco, to see how active they are. It really does help me reflect on the many past experiences that I've had and what a blessing it is to be here in the District of Bay Area.
Thank you so much, Brother Fel. Could we go ahead and have a round of applause for our brother? Thank you for joining us, brother, for our report. And any other final greetings or last words you'd like to go ahead and share with us on our broadcast?
I just want to say hello to all the brethren in the local congregation of San Francisco. Happy anniversary, Paul. To areas 1 and 2, happy anniversary, Paul. Areas 3 and 4, happy anniversary, Paul. And also, we look forward to everyone in all of our upcoming district activities, especially our musical, evangelical mission, and unity games next week.
Thank you so much,
Thank
brother.
you, Paul.
Thank you so much, Paul, for joining us. And, we really echo what you mentioned. Thank you to all of those who helped lead within San Francisco and, yeah, to all of our district staff as well. And Danielle, before we wrap it up, do we have any comments that have come in that, maybe have shared some of their favorite San Francisco memories?
Yes, actually, the first one that I'm going to read is actually by Brother Felomar himself. He says here, one of my favorite memories is visiting San Francisco for the first time and taking photos in front of the San Francisco chapel with my family. I also have here from Sister Jezere. I played for their CWS Thanksgiving for the first time recently. Super nervous, but I very blessed to play in such a historic chapel. Po. And also from her, relating with you, her parents were also married here in SF. So just it's a lot of memories, a lot of great historical moments, but also really a lot of great personal moments that happened here in San Francisco. And I just wanted to ask, let's see, maybe ask from the live audience, who here knows how many years San Francisco has been a locale? Do you guys know how many years you guys are celebrating? Who knows? 57. That's a lot of great blessed years. Round of applause.
57 blessed years. And we're excited to see what, the next years ahead also have in store for all of us here in the local congregation and throughout our district.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, do our panelists have any greetings or shout outs that you'd like to make as well? To anyone within the locales?
I shout out for the brethren here in San Francisco because they are very active in helping, especially in activities here in the church and the district activities and the race baptism. They're all here and support the activities.
Any other shout outs?
Yeah, I have a shout out to all the brethren that I've met while being in San Francisco locale, many of which have become great friends, good friends. Even some have been in my wedding as well. So I shout out to all of you, especially my family, my wife and my 2 kids who are probably watching right now, I hope.
I wanted to shout out for my family all over the world. My cousin from Malaysia, Casey, hello, hello, and 2 of my sister-in-law finally arrived here in the U.S. So all the big family is here now. My relatives, so I'm very happy. Hi, Ate Angie and Ate Des. They're in Daly City locale with my mom and dad, and my nieces. Samantha, hopefully you guys are watching. Love you.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, and a huge thank you again to our panelists who joined us, our live audience who joined us, and of course, all of those who are on the live chat, sharing, leaving their comments and greetings. And we're excited for, more future broadcasts and more memories here in San Francisco. And we'd like to also go ahead and take this moment before we wrap up to thank all of those who help us here within INC Radio San Francisco. Thank you so much to our Bay Area District staff, our multimedia advisor, Brother Jonathan Ibarra, our CFO overseer, Brother Alex Laredo, our Assistant District Supervising Minister, Brother Rayrel Del Rosario, our District Supervising Minister, Brother Jojo Bayani, and of course, those also within INC Radio, our CLIA Tech in the Philippines, as well as those who are here helping us in our live audience today, as well as to our executive producer, Brother Brother Manley Andaya. We'd also like to go ahead and say a thank you to the church administration, to our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Manalo, and to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, for all your support, all of your guidance within INC Radio and within platforms of the media in the church. Sister Danielle, any other last shout outs or greetings you'd also like to make before we wrap up?
Just shout out once again to the locale of San Francisco. Thank you so much for always hosting us and having such a lively and welcoming brethren here. We made a lot of great memories just today, right? Not just from the baptism. We had our multimedia low light activity. We get to have INC Radio here. And even just earlier, I actually, I know Brother Neil because of multimedia, but never talked to him until today. I asked him what locale he was from, if he was from here. He said no. So I was a little surprised that he was up here. And then he said, "Oh, I'm from San Francisco." I was like, "Oh, okay." So now I know. But yes, just the kind of fun that we have with the brethren here is always very special. And I really enjoy this kind of banter, kind of activities, and these kinds of interactions, because you already just feel like friends, really good friends. So thank you so much, San Francisco. Thank you so much for the brethren that are tuning in from home, for the live audience here. Thank you so much to all the ministers and their families that are here as well. And thank you, INC Radio, as always.
Thank you so much. And the fun's not ending. We'll see you at Unity Games Pickleball this weekend. And like we heard, musical EVM, volleyball and basketball, Unity Games, even more. And we did have a special birthday greeting as well. This is from our executive producer, Clea Manley. He'd like to say happy birthday to Brother Manuel D. Andaya, one of the ministers teaching in SFM in Sacramento. So special happy birthday as well, Paul. And that wraps it up for INC Radio San Francisco. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time. And next up is Silicon Valley. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Shout out to our live audience.